guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to discuss top 10 Java interview questions. So I'm going to start a series of interview questions. In each of the video, I will try to cover at least 10 Java interview questions. So these are the questions which are asked frequently. So let's begin with the first question. So the first question is, can we declare the main method of our class as private? So as you all know, in Java we have a main method, and that main method is always declared as public static so that your application should run. If you are declaring your method as private, you won't be getting any compilation error, but when you try to run your program, you are going to get runtime exception or runtime error. So hence main method cannot be declared private, it should be public. Okay, let's go to the next question. So question number 2, can main method in Java return any data? So the answer for this is no, main method in Java cannot return any data because the return type of main method in Java is void, hence it cannot return any data. Let's jump to the next question. So here we have question number 3, what is the base class in Java for which all classes are derived? So object class, which is there in java.lang package, is the base class for all the classes which you use in Java. Question number 4 is, how can we pass argument to a method by reference type instead of pass by value in Java? I hope you all know in computer science, methods or function takes argument either by pass by value or pass by reference. So but in Java we cannot pass by reference. Whatever arguments we are passing, they all are pass by value. So in Java only we can pass by value and not by reference. That is the correct answer of this question. Question number 5 is, what is a local variable? Whenever you declare any variable inside a method or inside a constructor or inside any block, they are called as what? Local variable. Local variable will be destroyed as soon as the method gets completed. And one more thing I would like to tell you over here, like if you all know in Java, whatever variable you declare, they get the default value if you don't initialize value to your variable. But if you are declaring any local variable and if you have not initialized value to it, then it won't be having default value. So if you are declaring variable and if you have not initialized with value and you are trying to use that variable, then you may get an error, compilation error, that variable might have not been initialized. So that can be again one of the questions related to local variable. So now we'll move to the question number 5. Here we have question number 5 is, when the constructor are invoked in Java. So constructors are always invoked every time whenever you create object or instance of a class. So whenever you use new keyword for creating reference or instance of a class, then constructor gets invoked. Okay, we'll move to the question number 7. Question number 7 is, what is an infinite loop and how infinite loop is declared? So infinite loop is what which goes on running and which does not stop, it runs infinitely. Okay, so infinite loop can be broken by writing some of the logic. We called it as breaking logic in the looping statement. So you can write any particular condition or you can write break statement for breaking that loop. So here is the syntax for writing infinite loop. What I've done, I've written for loop and here I put semicolon, semicolon. So there is no condition and there is no increment decrement part. So it will go in infinite loop. But somewhere if you want to stop this for loop or infinite loop, then you can write any breaking logic inside this for loop. Okay, so this was about infinite loop. We'll move to question number 8. aggregate. What is a jar file? So jar stands for Java archive file. So it is nothing but aggregate or collection of many files into one files, like your classes, your library, everything will be included and jar file will be made. It's very similar to your exe, like you click on exe, it starts playing. Similarly, you can click on jar file and it will start running. So jar files, they are built on the file format which is known as zip file format. That is one of the compression technique, and jar file have extension known as .jar. Okay, now we'll move to question number 9. Question number 9 is, does importing a package imports its sub packages as well in Java? Okay, so the answer for this is no. Importing a package does not import sub package. For example, if I am importing a package java.awt, inside this we have another package or sub package known as event. So if I write java.awt.star, so it does not imply that this sub package event will also be imported. For this we have to write a separate line, that is import java.awt.event.star. So importing a package only just imports related classes, interfaces, exception of that package. It does not import sub packages. Okay, let's move to the last question, that is question number 10. So what is the difference between double and float variable in Java? This is one of the important question and has been asked many times. So these are the certain differences. So first difference is what? Float occupies 32 bits or 4 bytes and double occupies 64 bits or 8 bytes in Java. The next difference we have related to mantissa and exponent. If you don't know what is mantissa and exponent, I have just given here one example. So if I have some numbers like this, 6.63 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 34. So here this index or power is called exponent and this numerical value or binary value is called as mantissa. So in float the mantissa is 23 bits and exponent is 7 bits, and in double the mantissa is 52 bit and exponent is 15 bits. So we can say like double is having larger precision as compared to float. Okay, now another difference is data loss is prominent in case of float because it is having less precision, and in double data loss is minimal. Now one more difference I have given, their associated wrapper classes. So we have a wrapper classes for float is capital F and LOAT float, and here we have double capital D double. Few more point I have discussed related to this double and float differences. So float is generally used when the speed is important and accuracy is not important, while double is used when accuracy is more important because it is having larger precision. So in our day-to-day programming, if you don't involve large computation, if your precision is not so important, you can go for float. Otherwise you can take it double. One important point that in Java, whatever decimal variable you are declaring, by default they are considered as double. They are enforced to use as double, not float. Okay, so this was all about 10 questions in Java interview question series. I will be posting videos related to next question soon. So total I will be posting around 100 questions. One more thing I would like to discuss over here. In my community post, I posted one question. The question says that what this expression is going to return me. So 1.0 divided by 0.0. So it is I got around 253 votes, and here you can see majority of people have given answer as exception, which is entirely wrong, because exception you will be getting when you divide integer by integer. So when you divide integer by zero integer, then you will be getting exception. Here I am not having integer division, here I am having double division. So whenever you do division by zero, and if that zero is a double or decimal, then you are going to get double infinity, not exception. So this is another important point related to double in Java. I hope guys you like this series, and surely you are going to hit on like button, and if you have any kind of query you can put in comment box. And I just want to know, if you are preparing for interview and if you have refer my variable, please comment and what question has been asked to you, you can share with us. And guys, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. I am going to post lots of video related to Java. And if you are new to my channel, certainly you can go and watch the videos available on my channel, they are very helpful. Thank you guys for watching my video till then. I'll see you in my next video. Till that, bye bye and take care.